500 subscribers. It's crazy. I mean, sure, come on. Some people hit 500k like in a week, but let's not talk about them. This is about my journey, what I learned, what I messed up, and how you can avoid making the same mistakes. So let's take it back. 4 years ago, when I uploaded my first video, let me tell you, it was bad. Like the kind of video you look back on and think, wow, why did I think this was actually a good idea? Back then I had no plan, I just wanted to push myself to create more videos, no niche, no strategies, just vibes. One day I'd film some travel clips, next a random behind the scenes, and then, who knows, maybe a cat video. I was all over the place. The problem? Editing was a nightmare, because every video was completely different. I had no workflow, so I spent hours tweaking things, getting frustrated and overthinking every little detail. And guess what? When you have no system, no clear direction and no plan, it's really easy to procrastinate. And I did procrastinate. I had no direction. Months would go by without me posting, then suddenly I'd get inspired again and post 3 videos in a row, and then silence, ghost mode, classic, upload when you feel like it, YouTuber behavior, and shocker, my channel wasn't growing at all. Because why would it? Even I didn't know what I was doing with it. So I let it go. Quickly after uploading this one Aoyai video, I started treating it as a portfolio page and actually abandoned the whole YouTube idea. So I realized something had to change. Fast forward to about a year ago, I had a little aha moment. I looked at my channel and thought, okay, this is either going to be a proper thing or I'm just wasting my time. So what's it gonna be? This first Aoyai video that I made 4 years ago had given me 200 subscribers through the years. There were some videos up there, so I made a decision. I was going to take this more seriously. No more random uploads, no more overcomplicating things. I launched my website with the help of a friend, set up a real content strategy, and finally picked a niche. And let me tell you, that changed some things. That changed everything actually. I decided to stop treating YouTube like a hobby that I occasionally remembered existed. I started treating it like part of my brand. And that's when things really started to shift actually. I picked a niche. First, I had to face the hard truth. I was trying to do too much. Travel videos, behind the scenes, photography, random gear tests, growing your socials. My channel was like a buffet and nothing really went together. Eating sushi and spaghetti on the same plate, it's just not a good idea. So I asked myself, what do I actually enjoy filming the most? And the answer was actually pretty obvious: photography, portraits, and I love to try out new gear. That's where my passion is, that's what I love talking about, and that's actually what I want to create content around. Once I made that decision, everything became so much easier actually. My editing workflow got faster, I stopped second guessing my content, and suddenly making videos was actually way more fun again. Like who knew? I also adapted a new format. I bought a chest mount for my action camera to strap onto and decided to hold onto POV formats as much as possible. Even though it looks funny or silly when you go out, this really made it a lot easier to both be edit and be present on socials. So another thing that changed because of that is consistency. Now, here's the thing about consistency. It sounds great in theory, but in practice it's a pain. Life gets in the way, motivation comes and goes, and some days you just don't feel like sitting in front of a camera and pretending to be excited and go for it. But the second I forced myself to stick to a schedule, this new format that I had, my channel finally started moving in the right direction. I went from uploading whenever to posting at least 1 video or 2 videos a week. And I'm still trying to increase this through quality content actually. At first it felt like a lot, but after all these experience, after a while, it just became more part of my routine. And here's the kicker. The more I did it, the easier it got. Filming stopped feeling awkward. I even got comfortable talking to the camera, like right now, without 50 retakes. That's progress. So what more changed? YouTube won't pay you, but it opens doors. Let's talk about money, because let's be real, we all secretly hope YouTube will start throwing cash at us one day. Spoiler, that hasn't happened for me yet. But what has happened is that my videos have led to actually paying work. People started trusting me more as part of the videos I put on to my channel. Clients saw my YouTube videos and thought, oh, well, this guy can edit some videos and can record some videos. First of all, thank you for believing in me. One customer asked me to start doing wedding video editing. That was like really a big change. It pushed me way out of my comfort zone actually, and it also taught me so much. And without my YouTube channel or my Fiverr account before, I would probably never have landed that opportunity. So no, YouTube itself hasn't paid me yet, but it's given me something just as valuable, credibility. And that has led to more clients, more collaborations, and more chances to do what I love actually. Another thing I learned was perfectionism. That's the enemy of progress. I used to be way too picky about my videos. I'd obsess over tiny little details, was way too critical, edited clips 20 times. I wouldn't even upload a video after all that work because it wasn't perfect. So content creation is such a battle. And yeah, it turns out that was a terrible strategy. Now I learned to let go of that perfectionist mindset. Done is better than perfect, and as long as the video delivers value, that's enough. It looks decent, at least it can improve. If it even improves the life of one person and one person finds value in that, then that already makes me happy and is enough for me. For me now, the goal actually isn't to make a masterpiece every time, it's to keep improving, like one video at a time. And I actually realized as well that it's better to put like 100 videos out there in a year than to make one perfect video out there in a year that you spend all year on editing and adjusting. So I niched down, got consistent, stopped overcomplicating things, and then something surprising happened. YouTube started opening up unexpected opportunities and collaborations, travel projects even working with high-star hotels. So I talked about how I stopped treating YouTube like a chaotic hobby, right? I niched down, got consistent, and stopped obsessing over perfection. Cool, but here's the part that actually brought me and surprised me: crazy opportunities that came from just by sticking with it. I thought growing on YouTube was all about getting monetized, you know, that moment when YouTube says, congratulations, you can now make $3 a month from ads. But instead, something even better happened actually. So YouTube led to unexpected collaborations. If you would told me 1 year ago that I'd be working with an actual high-end resort or doing a tropical island bikini photo shoot for content, I would laugh at you in your face. Yeah. But one, I connected with an amazing photographer in Phuket in Thailand, and next thing I knew, I was on a tropical island shooting a bikini photo shoot. And if I had never committed to YouTube, I would never gotten out of my comfort zone or get in touch with him. I would probably never gotten out of my comfort zone enough to do that sort of a thing. And honestly, this was awesome. It was a really awesome experience. I connected with some crazy talented individual and content creators. There was this interview I did with an FPV drone pilot, and I know nothing about FPV drones before that. But after that interview, I was like, alright, I never want to fly one of these things. It's hard, but these things are pretty cool. And that project expanded my skills in a way I actually never expected. And I got to shoot at some most luxury places. The wildest one, filming at the Intercontinental, actually here in Da Nang, a luxury resort. And why? Because my YouTube content and these connections gave me the credibility to land that gig. Without this channel and my work, I probably wouldn't have even had the confidence to pitch myself for something like that. And it was an incredible experience. So yeah, maybe I don't have millions of views yet, But YouTube has already given me way more than I ever expected in that way. So YouTube can feel like you're just yelling into the void sometimes. You put on a video, no one comments, you're like, okay, cool, love that, love that for me. But that's where community can make such a big difference. A big part of what kept me going was actually having people around me, doing it together. Other creators who are on the same path, facing struggles and supporting each other with issues. So shout out to Romedia, it's a Dutch creator community. They run monthly photo challenges, give feedback, and just help you get together, get further in the content creator's journey. Make this whole journey feel way less lonely. And without that, I probably would have missed out on a lot of fun and also help from other creators. So being around experienced editors and filmmakers taught me so much actually, whether it's marketing, storytelling, or just workflow, how you create content. Learning from people who have been doing this longer than me has been really invaluable. This community offered a monthly membership program that actually was very affordable, and I had a great experience participating and joining in this group, and they're offering a lot of value, so I can definitely recommend that as well. If you're a Dutchie, check that out. So if you're starting out on YouTube, my advice, at least find a community, whether it's online or in person. Having people to bounce ideas off and support you make a massive difference. Either set up like your own mastermind group, or get together with a small club of people that you can bounce off ideas off. That has definitely helped evolve my channel. So alright, what's the biggest takeaway from this now to 600 subscribers and this whole journey? If I had to start over, here's what I'd do differently. I would definitely pick a niche earlier. Don't be like me and try to make 50 different types of videos before you realize what actually works. You need to experience for sure, but in the end, pick a niche and stick to a format. In my experience, now in the last 4 weeks, that has made content creation so much easier, and that's definitely a big takeaway from me, a key takeaway. Another takeaway, set a schedule and stick to it. You don't need to upload every day, but consistency is the only way to build momentum. And if you have a steady format that you are using and you're sticking with, that will also make it a lot easier instead of inventing the wheel every time again and again. Another key takeaway is done is better than perfect. Nobody is watching your videos as critically as you are. Get the content out there and move on to the next one. It's better to make like 4 or 5 or 6 videos every month and go on to the next one than to make one perfect video. Another key takeaway is finding a community, whether it's a Discord group or a local meetup or just other creators on Instagram. Having a support group makes all the difference. And lastly, just start. You don't need to have the perfect camera or the best gear or even a solid plan. Just start, get your video out there, because if you wait for everything to be perfect, you'll never upload a single video. So that's my journey to 640 subscribers right now. If you're on your own YouTube grind, let me know in the comments what's been the biggest challenge for you so far. And if you like this video, of course, and if it had any value or tips, subscribe. It means the world to me. I've got some big things planned for the next few months, including some crazy photography projects and some spicy gear reviews. You don't want to miss it. All right. Thanks for watching, and here's to the next 500. Let's go.